Okay, welcome, good people of the world, to day 3 of the 21-day series. It's really great to have some familiar people back. We had a nice chat with a few returnees just before starting, and we're loving the enthusiasm that, you guys are just ready to start and joining the meeting a good 15, 20, even half an hour before. We can just see how keen you all are. Maybe the lockdown helps. We're in lockdown as well in Brisbane, so we're a bit sad, but that's okay. This is our chance to devote some time to ourselves and meditate, look after ourselves, really nourish yourself, and yeah, prepare yourself for the best when the lockdown does go away and COVID also eventually disappears. We'll make it through, people. We've survived many things before. So welcome to day 3 again. You'll see some of our familiar admins and hosts today. Before we begin, today we're actually going to have a little bit of an interesting structure to help cater for those who have been coming for day 1, day 2, and now day 3, and also for those who are completely new to Saj Yoga. Hence why we say, you can spread the message even if you join in some of the days later. There is a way around to help you get the basics right. So before we begin, we like to do a little bit of housekeeping rules. So welcome to the Zoom platform. You'll have your mute and video options, but this may be at this stage potentially disabled just to help maintain, minimize any noisy backgrounds and things like that. But we do have the chat box at the moment. If there's any questions, concerns, you can raise your hand or put it in the chat box and we'll help you. I'm going to run through a couple of admin things to start off with, and then we're just going to kickstart into the session. So I'm going to begin. So for some of you all, it may be a bit of a repeat, so just bear with me just to help get everyone else on board. But basically, like you'll all remember, we have our website, which is freemeditation.com.au/21 days. Sorry, guys, if that's a bit just hidden there, I'll bring it a bit lower. So this is the website to remember. If you're brand new, I recommend you can write this down. It's really, really simple to remember. This is your one-stop shop for everything that we're doing in the next 21 days. You've got your times here, which you can convert to your local time. So for the major time zones, this session runs 6:45 a.m. USA East Coast time. It's 6:45 p.m. for Singapore, Malaysia, 4:15 p.m. in India, and 7:45 p.m. in Japan. London is 11:45 a.m. So it's catered to try and get, I guess, some of the morning people, your lunch times, evening, things like that. But if it doesn't suit a time, say you pass it to families and friends and they say, oh, it's too late for me or too early, this is where we have our recordings stored as well, where they can follow at any time at all. In this website, when you go down, you'll see a lovely video made here of the presenters. So if you watch this video, you'll see myself and some of the teachers and leads you met in the last few days, and you'll get to learn a little bit or hear from them what is Saj Yoga for them and what advice they have to give you. I think it's a brilliant video to get to know us a little bit more. As much as we'd love to share time and tell you more of our stories, who we are, it's just unfortunately that time is a limitation at this stage, and we are mindful to respect everyone's time as well. When you scroll down, now this is the easiest way to access the platform every night. I know we do get questions that there's a bit of confusion that how do I get on? How do I jump on? Just remember this website and just click join with Zoom. It's really easy. There's no meeting password or anything like that. You just need the app on your phone, your tablet, or even on the computer. Just click that link and you'll be there. If you prefer to join from YouTube, you can do that as well. And the only thing with YouTube is you don't have that two-way face-to-face sort of interaction because you're just watching the YouTube stream, but you can post comments, which will get answered. Further down as we go, as mentioned, we have themes here of what we're doing each week. And when we go down a little bit more, we have actually a new section here called resources, which I think will be really handy for everyone here. So in this resources section, this is like your little toolbox of some of the key things that we cover daily, so that you don't have to go back to the recording and, swipe through and find, okay, where did we do the meditation or the music, things like that. As you scroll down, you'll find, we've got information here for some music, other meditations happening. If you're really keen and you're like, man, I can't wait 24 hours. I want to try another one. You're more than welcome to give it a shot. We also have information about classes. So do check out your local country's classes as well. That way you can connect with your country's or city's collectivity and build that network and bond as well once, this 21-day series is over, and continue your meditation journey as well. As we scroll down, I think this is a really fantastic addition that we have here, that after today, when you finish the class with us, you just really want to easily find that how did we do that self-realization again, or that balancing or raising the kundalini, things like that. It's all here for you as really simple videos, which I think is really brilliant. So definitely check these out. I think they will really help everyone a lot. And we've also got the music track here. So those people who have been coming for day 1 and day 2, you might remember Gasper, our pianist. We've got his music stored here as well if you want to re-listen to it. So as we go down, this is the key part here, that these Zoom sessions are recorded and all the recordings are stored under each day. So if you ever want to go back to revisit or you miss a day, that's okay. Just rewatch it again and you can learn what you did miss out. And then as we scroll further down, the final part is just remembering how to contact us. So if you are a brand new person in here, we heavily recommend put your email address in the chat box so we can add you to our email group. We do have a WhatsApp group. Just mindful that we are, this link may take you to one of the older WhatsApp groups. So we're just trying to get that fixed. But if one of the admins can just post the link for the current WhatsApp group in the chat box, that will be great. So if you are a WhatsApp person, it's just easier, your phone's there and you think of a question while meditating that, what does this mean? Or why did I feel this? If you join our WhatsApp group, you can really easily pop your question there and one of us admins will answer it for you right there and then, or shortly after that as well. But it just makes contacting much easier. And that's pretty much it. So I'll just make sure we've got the WhatsApp. Yep. So hopefully you can all see in the chat box now. I'll give you all a moment. Just going to give you all a moment to join the WhatsApp group if you'd like, or just pop your email address in the chat box. We'll just give everyone a minute. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, it seems fairly quiet. So I think everyone's got their admin stuff all done, which is great. And don't despair, we will ask for things like this later on as well. So if you forget now or anything, that's perfectly fine. Okie doke, so that's the admin side of things. So today, guys, we're trialing something a little bit different called a breakout room. If you're familiar with Zoom, you might know what this means. It's basically having another little room open simultaneously to cater for our brand new people. So if you have come here for the first time, a big warm welcome and thank you for coming. And again, to our returnees, thank you for coming back as well. It just shows that you are enjoying the experience. So what's going to happen now, guys, is all of you is going to get a message on your computer or device. It's going to ask whether you want to join a room called Absolute Beginners. So listen carefully here. If you are day 3 returnee, you have to click not now because you want to stay with us to learn the next day or the next lesson to build upon your knowledge. If you are a brand new person to Saj Yoga, you've not done day 1, day 2, or the realization before, I want you to click that join button so that we have instructors to cater for you to teach you the absolute basics. Does that make sense to everyone? Thumbs up will be great, whoever's got videos on. Make sense? Okay, I'm testing your techo knowledge, people. I'm trusting you all here. Don't despair if you hit the room by mistake. If you're a day 3 and you accidentally go into that room, there is an option to leave the room to come back here. So don't panic. You're not going to disappear into a black hole or anything. So that's fine. Okay, on the count of 3, 3, 2, 1, guys, you're going to get the message now. So brand newbies, click join. Not brand newbies, day 3 returnees, just go not now because you're here to learn more. So make sure you click the button, not in the chat box, guys. Click the button. So I hope it's working for everyone. So what'll happen here is the participants number will decrease as we let our fellow newies have that chance to really get that care and instructions from our leads.
Rachita, we're getting a lot of messages, not now in the chat.
Yeah.
So I don't think we didn't get the message to join the breakout room. No, it didn't come.
Okay, Rachita, I'll just quickly guide the participants here, if that's okay.
Sure. Yep. Sorry, guys. Yep. Web of jump in.
Okay.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. Just a small hiccup with the tech, I guess, there. Zoom keeps on updating. And so all you need to do is click on the breakout rooms button at the bottom of your screen and click on the absolute beginner class. There will be a pop-up there. So it says absolute beginners room. Just click on the join button there and you will be led to the absolute beginners class, which is basically a repeat of day one. So
you have to go to the bottom of that list to find the absolute beginners. Scroll down.
That's correct. Yes,
you have to scroll down a lot, and then it is there right at the bottom.
Or alternatively, if you can just put it in the chat window, can we assign Rachita now, or is it too late?
Yes, we can assign.
Let's do it this way. If you can find that breakout room button and move to it yourself, that's great. If not, just put it in the chat window that I need to go to the beginners class or just something, beginners or something like that. Or even you can raise your hand and one of our admins will move you to the breakout room. All right, so we'll just give everyone 2 minutes time here to sort out while we break out into the different rooms. So in the breakout rooms, your MC or host for the day will be Manika, and she will also be introducing you to Sahaj Yoga meditation. And then we have Jacob, who will guide you through an exercise called self-realization process, followed by some lovely music and Q&A sessions. So hope you guys enjoy the session today, and I'll just help out some participants in the background, so I'll get back to my tech support role. Over to you, Rachita. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Babo. Sorry about that, guys. In the test run, it seemed to work, so we don't know what happened there. Apologies about that. We were just trying to make life easier for everyone to transition. So like Vaibhav just said, if you can see the breakout room button on your bottom right, it might be really easy to see on a laptop or a tablet or a PC, and you're a brand newbie. Click on that button, scroll right down, and you'll see an option to join the absolute beginner room. If you're on the phone, it might be a bit tricky. From a phone, I recall, I believe there's like a more button. You might see it there. But if not, don't despair. Like we said, you can either do the raise hand icon. So you'll have an option on your phone or device that has a raise hand. That'll easily tell us who would like to go into the absolute beginners session. Or if you can't find the raise hand, put it in the chat box that I'm a brand newbie and I'd like to go into that room. So we'll just get that sorted right now, guys. Thank you so much for your patience as well. And what I might do is at this stage, I might just put a little bit of music on so that we can just settle in as well while we just get these tech things sorted out. So if you need a quick toilet break or grab a glass of water, this is your chance now for the next sort of 1 hour of our meditation session. Okay, see you guys in a couple of minutes.
Hello, Kirti or Bhuvan, can you please jump into the breakout room and help Kuldeep Kaur, please? She is asking for help.
So I'm jumping on there now.
Okay, one of you, please. Thanks. So Xavier, when you say you're a late attendee, you need to What do you mean by that? Have you attended the day 1 and day 2 sessions?
He
Xavier,
cannot
are you
unmute
there?
Vaibhav, so
Sorry?
he cannot unmute himself, I guess.
Can you please enable that, Bhuvan? We need that sort
Yeah.
of... okay, thank you. Cheers.
Okay, Colleen, you don't have to do anything at all. Yep, sorry. Yep.
Yep. So everyone who has attended either day 1 or day 2, no action required. So for the rest who are brand new to Sahaja Yoga meditation and this 21 days program, please go to the breakout room.
And if you need help, just raise your hand. There's a raise hand option at the bottom.
Yeah.
If you need help, just raise your hand so we can quickly see who you are and we can move you to the breakout room.
Yep, good job, Lavanya. Yep, that's it, guys. So that raise hand option will really, really help us. So, yep, cool. Thank you all for helping out. Okay.
And once you are in breakout, can you please, remove the raise hand button?
Yeah. So once you reach the breakout room, guys, you can lower your hand. You'll have an option there as well. But if you can't do it, that's perfectly fine. Yep. So we'll move you across, Lavanya. Yep. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much for your patience.
So guys, once we do move you to the breakout room, you'll get an option to accept. Please accept so that you can, we can only move you to the breakout room, but you have to accept the option. So Lavanya, you would have had the option to move to the breakout room, just accept it.
So as mentioned, guys, if you've been nominated to go into the breakout room, don't forget you'll get a message on your screen asking you to accept and join that room as well. Otherwise, it won't let you enter the room. So we'll just give it a couple more minutes, guys. I think we're almost there. Thank you, everyone, again, for your patience. We'll just hang in tight and commence shortly.
Bhuvan, can you please go to the side room? Kirti needs a bit of help, please.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, no worries, Lavanya, no problem. I'll lower your hand. Thanks for letting us know. Okay, so final chance, guys. If you need to go into the absolute beginner session, please raise your hand or put a message in the chat box. I think we're pretty close to getting started shortly, as I think we are pretty good. Okay, yep, we've got Vaishali. Yep, no worries. So yep, Vaishali, you should get a message asking you to join the breakout room for the absolute beginners. Yep, just have to hit join. Okie dokes, final call, guys, final call. If you need to go to the absolute beginners, please raise your hand now. Hopefully it won't get you too lost. It still makes sense. Yep, we got Diksha Sharma. Yep, no worries. Yep, Sheetal as well. No problem, guys, no problem. Okay, Diksha, Sheetal, you should get a message on your screen asking you to come to join the breakout room. Okay, Bhuvan as well, no worries. Okay. Okay, so final round, guys. If you have just joined in or weren't sure, again, if you're an absolute beginner, you have not done day 1, day 2 of the series and never done Saja Yoga, please raise your hand and we'll put you in the absolute beginners section. Okay, let's get started. I agree. Let's do this, guys. So thank you again. I really appreciate your patience. Thank you for sticking by to just help support these new people who have joined so they can get that best experience possible and they can integrate then in the coming days as well. So what we have today is we have Debbie here from Brisbane who is going to teach you guys left-right balancing. So we're taking that step up now. What you guys might recall from yesterday is we did the self-realization process again. So that self-realization process was, you know, the affirmations that I'm the spirit, I'm not guilty, things like that. So we've done that twice now. And you can keep practicing that. So just recall it's on that freemeditation.com.au website, and you can keep practicing that self-realization process as many times as you like. Then we learned yesterday the raising the Kundalini and putting on a bandhan. So this is like a little PDF here, kind of summarizing day 1, day 2, and day 3, which we will send out in emails and put in the WhatsApp groups as well. And you're more than welcome to print these out to keep it by your side or keep it on your phone to guide you when you are meditating. So as said, here are the realization steps that we did. There's a bit more tips here on how to meditate at home. I know there were some questions and comments about, can I sit on a chair? You know, can I lie down? Things like that. Please just make yourself comfortable. We are not super rigid here that you have to have a straight posture and be sitting perfectly. Nothing like that. This is your time to just relax and connect with yourself. If you have to lie down, maybe you do have a sore back or you're not well, you can do that too. But it is encouraged to sit straight because it is in a way respecting yourself in this process that, you know, you're getting all ready, having your hands open on your lap to really absorb and imbibe the process. But you can sit on a chair. You can see this diagram. This guy is sitting on a chair or lean against a chair. It's perfectly fine. One interesting thing you will find, guys, is, you know, sometimes we naturally slouch as human beings because, you know, we're always on devices these days. When you start meditating and that Kundalini energy starts to go up, you actually automatically start straightening up because not only do your stresses or worries, issues start to dissolve down, but this energy is kind of waking you up and refreshing you and rejuvenating you, and you automatically sit straighter as well. So just observe that next time you are sitting, that if you feel that change in yourself. The next step we had yesterday was raising the Kundalini and putting on a bandhan, which we will do shortly again. And this exercise, as we said, is used before and after your meditation. It's a way to get yourself ready. I like to call it like a mini express meditation. And it's also a way to then conclude yourself to say, okay, I'm done for the day. And now it's time to keep going with whatever you have in life at that time. As mentioned, Debbie here is going to teach you the balancing techniques today on clearing your left and your right side. And then we just have a little bit more extra information there. After Debbie has taught you that, we then have James here who will be telling you about the Footsoak concept. So we're not actually doing the Footsoak, or like we say, like a foot spa. We're not doing that today. Hello, James, and Debbie as well. But we're going to introduce that concept to you to get you ready for Thursday, which is when we're actually going to do the Footsoak. So it's really exciting, guys. I think the Footsoak is one technique we really all love as experienced practitioners. So you're going to learn more about that. So I'm going to hand it over to Debbie now, guys. Enjoy, sit back, relax. As we have the structure, it's going to go for about 60 minutes. We're also going to have a bit of live music. And after the 60 minutes, like we say, if you'd like to stay back, you can, and we have that Q&A session to really help address your questions, comments, any issues, things like that. So Debbie, I'll hand it over to you. And would you like to start us off with the bandhan, raising the Kundalini, and then you can take off.
Hi, everybody. lovely that you could come back again tonight. As Rachita said, I'm going to lead you through the balancing. It's been interesting seeing people's comments come up last night and tonight, giving some feedback about that you're already starting to feel things on your hands and on your body. And a lot of the questions last night related to that about feeling heat or pain. So tonight will be really good for helping to fix some of this, to bring a balance into yourself and into this subtle system. It's great that you're reading the vibrations, is what we call it already, and that you're starting to grow in that knowledge of understanding this subtle system. So tonight is a tool into helping you to use this tool to bring that balance into your subtle system. And as Rachita said, we'll start with the raising of the Kundalini and putting ourselves into Bandhan. And this is done just as a quick reminder. Left hand will stay just straight, and we'll bring it up through the center. And then the right hand, we will just rotate around the left and up to the top of the head. So we start at the base of our spine in front, and we'll do this together. So let's just go. And just with your attention, watch how your attention will come up, bring it up. And as you go past your throat area, just tilt your head back a little bit and then tie one knot. And we're going to repeat this a second time. And again, just allowing your attention to rise up as your hands wind around each other. Again, this time 2 knots. And for a third time. And 3 knots. And just bringing your hands back onto your lap. Now we've done that just to bring that attention up and here onto the top of our head and above. So just take a moment and just see if that, even doing that simple exercise, has helped you to settle within. So now we're going to put on a bandhan, and we explained it last night that this is a protection around our subtle system, and it starts on the left-hand side, sorry. And again, we're just using the right hand because it's the side of action. So we're going to start from the left hip, come up over the top of our head, down to the right side, and then back. So that's once, and we're going to do that another 6 times. And just slowly, with your attention, and if you lose count, that's quite good. And we'll do it one more time, and we'll just finish on the right-hand side. So right hand will come back over, finish on the right-hand side, and your palms can be upwards on your lap. And we'll just do a couple of deep breaths before we launch into talking about the balancing of the left and the right. And whilst you're doing that, just put your palms of your hands about chest height and just see if you're feeling anything either on the left hand or the right hand. You may feel a heaviness, you may feel a tingling in some of your fingers. And that's quite normal. It's quite normal for us to feel a tingling or a heat, because throughout the day we do things and things happen to us, or we think about the past, or we go into the future. And therefore we come out of the centered channel out of that being able to be in the moment, in the present moment. And so it just puts a little bit of an imbalance within this subtle system. Before we launch into the actual balancing of the left and the right side, I'll explain just some very basic things about the left side and the right side so that you have some understanding. I think we may have touched on it when we've given the realization. So the left side is what is known as the moon side. And it's the side where we have our desires, and it's also the side of our emotions. So sometimes we find that we can be motoring along very nicely. And there we are, there's the subtle system. So the blue side that you can see on that is the left side. And this blue side has our conditionings. It's also the side of conditionings and the side of desires. And it's also to do with our past. Sometimes, as I was saying, we can be motoring along, feeling wonderful. Something happens, and all of a sudden we can find that we're thinking about the past. We may feel a little bit depressed at times about things that have happened. We may feel a little bit lethargic. We can't get motivated. We've got desires that we want to do things, but we just can't get the action there to do it. So that just means that what we might say is we've fallen into the left a little bit. If we fall severely into the left, that's when we get into quite a depressive state of being. And through this meditation, through these simple clearing techniques, we can help bring ourselves back up into that center channel. So that's really helpful to know that things are there. We do have to work through things, and we do have to often just leave the past and just forgiveness is a very important thing to do with the past, being able to forgive what's happened in the past. The other side that you can see on that diagram is the yellow channel. Yep, and there you can see going up the yellow channel, and that's our right side. And that side starts from the center, energy center, from the Swadhisthana, and the left one actually starts from the Muladhara, and it travels up the left side. And you can see here that the channels cross over. So when we come up the left, it goes onto the right side of the brain, and the right side goes to the left side of the brain. Okay, so again, the right side, I haven't explained the right side. The right side is we can be very futuristic. We're always thinking about the future, have to do this, got to do that, got this goal, got that. And we can be very motivated, probably over-motivated at times. And we can tend, when we're into the right, tend to be aggressive towards other people and to push other people out of the way because of what we feel that we need to achieve. So we can be dominating when we're into the right side of others. Actually, when you're in the left side, you tend to allow people to dominate you. So between these two, what we really want to do is to be up that center channel where it brings that side, the left side and the right side into balance. And I've always explained it that you have a desire to do something and you can take the action in a very balanced way to fulfill that desire. So that's getting those two channels to work together. What we'll do next is we will clear these channels. We'll clear the left side and the right side just through some really simple techniques. We're going to use the earth to balance the left side. We're going to use the ether to balance the right side. And in Sahaj, we use very natural things to bring this subtle system into balance. and these elements are within a subtle system as well. So to begin with, whether you're on the floor or on a chair, be comfortable. We've tied up our kundalini, we've put ourselves into bandhan. But what we might do just before we start is just with the right hand, we'll take the action of just raising that kundalini from the base up to the top of the head and up to that top center, and very gently and sweetly, just rotate that. And we'll do it a second time. Raise that kundalini up. And again, with the palm of your hand, just bend your head slightly. And again, gently and sweetly rotate that. And we'll do it for a third time. And bring that right hand back down onto your lap. So now we're going to use the earth to clear the left side. So how we do this is very simple. We place our left hand palm upwards onto our lap, and we're going to point the fingers of our right hand and the palm of our right hand towards the earth. If you are sitting on the floor, just place the palm of your right hand, as you can see in the diagram, flat onto the floor. And here we just say an affirmation within ourselves. And that affirmation is, Mother, please clear my left channel. Mother, please clear my left channel. And if you tend to be a bit emotional, or you do tend to think a lot about the past, you sometimes are inundated with sad thoughts from the past, just let all of that flow into Mother Earth. And it's good to close your eyes while we do this. Mother, please clear my left channel. Okay, fabulous. Let's bring that right hand back up onto our lap. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to clear our right side. And as you can see there, it says that the right channel is our action side. And as you've seen through most of the techniques that we've done so far, we've been using the right hand to bring about our self-realization, to give ourselves a self-realization, and to help us with the clearing. So what we're going to do now is as you can see in the picture, our right hand is out, our palm upwards on our lap, and we're going to place our right hand is out. Our left hand is, as the fingers are pointing towards the sky. So this is forming like a chimney. And what this does, when we tend to be overactive on the right side, it creates a heat within our subtle system. So this is a way of venting, you could say, this heat that we build up within the right side. And we do need the left and the right side to be able to do things and to have the desire to do things, but we need to keep them in balance. So let's bring that right side into balance. Right hand, palm upwards on your lap, and the left hand, arm bent at the elbow, fingers pointing towards the sky. And here we say within ourselves, Mother, please clear my right channel. And see if this helps with removing all that extra thinking that we tend to do on a daily basis. See if we can find that we can sit easier and quieter for a longer period of time by cooling down this right side. Mother, please clear my right channel. Let's bring that left hand back down, palm upwards onto our lap. And now just sit for a couple of minutes and just see how you feel on the inside from when you first came on. See if this clearing technique has helped to clear this subtle system. Is it helping you to feel more relaxed, more into a meditative state of being? And while we're doing that, we can just say, Mother, please clear my central channel. It is through the central channel that we're able to reach a state of thoughtless awareness. So another affirmation that you can say for this channel is, Mother, please keep me in the present moment. Mother, please keep me in the present moment. Okay, so when you're ready, just slowly open your eyes. We'll meditate for a couple more minutes. We'll be listening to a talk of Shri Mataji's very soon. These talks by Shri Mataji help us to understand our subtle system much deeper. It is from her that this knowledge has come, and we understand it quite well, but Shri Mataji has the source of it, and we can understand it even more from her talks. So in a few minutes, we'll put on a talk of Shri Mataji's for you to listen to. It's great to sit with your hands outwards while we listen to the talk, and just keeping your attention just up there on the top of your head while we listen to the talk.
You don't have to accept what I'm saying blindly, because blind faith leads to fanaticism. But as scientists, you must keep your mind open and see for yourself what I am saying. If it is so, honestly, you must accept it. We know so much through science about our civilization, our advancement. This is the advancement of a tree which has grown outside very much. But if we do not know our roots, we will be destroyed. So it is important to know about our roots. And this is what it is that I would say are our roots. As you can see, there are 7 centers within us. And these subtle centers are placed in the spinal cord and in the brain. These cater to our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs. On the physical side, they manifest the energy for the use of our plexuses, which look after our physical problems. That is on the right side. The energy which is supplied by this yellow line, a subtle channel, we call it as the Pingala Nadi. This supplies energy for our physical and mental actions. So this is the power of action within us, which also caters to the right sympathetic nervous system. The another channel you see on the left hand side is the channel by which we desire, put our energy to our desire. So this is the power of desire and looks after our emotions. This is the one which looks after our conditionings also. At the end of these two channels, they create two institutions. One on the right side crosses over, and the yellow balloon that you see is the ego, is the balloon of ego that we have. And the left hand side one, which conditions our mind, is the balloon of superego. As we start growing in age, by the time we are 12 years of age, these two completely meet and the soft bone in our head becomes completely calcified. Now there's third energy within us, which is in the center. And this central energy is the one which has made us human beings. And these centers are the milestones of our evolution. So now the last jumping is left out. It has reached up to the limbic area. Now, only thing is it has to break through the soft bone on the head and break through that, which is the actualization of baptism. Baptism is not an artificial thing. It is an actualization. But the energy that does it is, we call it sleeping energy, in the triangular bone called as sacrum. That means the Greeks knew that this is a sacred bone, that they called it sacrum. This energy has to rise and break through that fontanelle bone area and connect us to that subtle divine power which we have never felt during human awareness. Thus, we get connected to this divine power and we start feeling it on our fingertips. It's described in the Quran that at the time of resurrection, your hands will speak and they will give witness against you. That is, you start feeling your own centers. These are 5, 6 and 7 centers, and they indicate what's wrong with you within yourself. What's the problem? Also, you can feel the cool breeze coming out of your head. Cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. Because this sleeping power, which is called as the Kundalini, Kundala means coils, is the power of pure desire within us. So now we have this kind of a mechanism within us existing. Now this is a living process of evolution. And we must understand that we don't pay for living process and we can't even explain it. Because when you take a small little seed and put it in the Mother Earth, it germinates by itself, spontaneously. You don't pay to the Mother Earth anything. And when it germinates, it grows into a tree and produces thousands of seeds. So, in that little seed, the map of all the things it was going to create is there. How it works? We never ask this question. We take all the things for granted. We don't even ask the question how this wonderful eye of ours is made like a camera. And that how we are programmed within ourselves like computers. You see, this is the color. You don't have to think about it, it's there. Through our sensory organs, how we find out things, we never question it. But to answer now all our questions, we have to become the divine computer. And that's why we have to be connected to the mains, I call them, as the people who are self-realized, the people who have got their spirit in their attention.
We'll just sit quietly for a few minutes and then we'll pass you on to James. But it's always good after Shri Mataji's talks just to have a couple of minutes of quietness. So just palms up on your laps. Your attention just up on top of your head. Close your eyes. So tonight, we're very lucky. We're going to have some live music, and we're going to have Tom playing guitar for us.
Hi, Tom. Please feel free to start your video and start the music.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Tom. I just want to say thank you for allowing me this opportunity to play music in a live setting, as live as we can be currently. And the only prerequisite I would say for this part of the program would be just to enjoy the music. We know music to be such an innate, integral aspect to our lives, and everybody loves it. So in the same way, I would not request for your mind to be involved in any theory whatsoever. Just try to enjoy the music. Thank you very much.
That was just fabulous, Tom. Thank you very, very much for that. So nice. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to pass you over to James. I hope that that balancing of the left and the right has helped to bring your subtle system into balance. And that's a really good technique for you to practice at any time. And the more that we do that, the more that we find we get into balance. So now James is going to do a little introduction about foot soaking. So over to James. Thanks.
Everybody, my name's James. I'm from the US, currently residing in Australia. Yeah, really nice to be here with you all learning meditation. Saj Yoga is extremely powerful and an extremely rewarding practice. It's giving me innumerable beautiful moments in my life. So anyway, just really happy to be here with you all learning it. So this is a really short segment. I'm going to teach you all about a technique that we're going to be doing in an upcoming session. So we're not going to do it now, but I'm just going to teach you about it and help you to prepare for that upcoming session. Inside yoga, we have a lot of clearing techniques. So we use a lot of elements and different techniques to, one, clear our energy centers out, and two, to bring the left and right into balance. And this is all done to clear the path for this inner energy, this kundalini, to come up through our central channel and up to the top of our head, so we can get connected to that all-pervading energy. So these are really just tools, so we don't get too hung up on them because they're actually just assisting us. But really, our own inner energy, our own kundalini, is the power that's doing everything. That's giving us our connection, that's clearing us out. So again, these are just tools, but they can be extremely useful as well. Right, so do we have the slide for the Footsoak? So the technique we're going to be sharing, the first one is called Footsoak. It's probably one of the most fundamental Saji Yoga techniques for clearing. That's just because it's extremely effective and it's very easy to do. So what it involves is just, as you can see in the picture, getting a basin or a bucket or a dish tub, filling it with water, putting a bit of salt in and putting your feet into it and meditating. Once you're in the Footsoak water, what happens is that salt and that water element actually draws any type of blockages or any type of negativity in our energy centers and brings it down into the water. And this makes a clear path for our inner energy, our kundalini, to come upwards and makes it a lot easier to meditate. In terms of bucket, what you're going to want to get is some type of dish tub. Salt can be any type of salt. You can use the table salt right out of your kitchen. And in terms of water, you can just start with normal lukewarm water. If you tend to get hot when you meditate, then you're going to want to use cold water. If you tend to have cold feet or a colder body temperature, then you might want to make it a little bit warm. It doesn't matter. You want to do what's comfortable, but basically you want to sit in the Footsoak water and meditate. And in the upcoming sessions, we'll go over more about what you can do when you're in there. But basically you can do any type of meditation. You just want to reach a state of thoughtlessness. So you can use some of the links that we give you. You can listen to the meditation music. You can go through the affirmations. You can do left and right balancing. But the goal is to sit in the water, be in meditation, and let that water clear all of your channels. Let's see here. Yeah. There we go. That's the picture of the feet in the water. It's super easy. And if you want to put the camera back on me, I'll show you just practically what you can get. This is just a dish tub. This is one type. This is another type. And then salts. You can just use regular kitchen salt, or you can use pool salt, whatever you like. And then we're going to want to have some type of container and keep some fresh water in it. So when we take our feet out, we can rinse them. You can even use just an empty plastic container that you have in your house. Anyway, yeah, it's a super easy technique. When we first started the call, a lot of people were saying that, you know, I didn't really feel anything at first. And some were saying I started to feel more things on the second day. And some people were saying, you know, maybe today I'll feel more. But basically, this is a technique that's going to help you feel more quickly. It's super effective and really helps you get into meditation. So yeah, that's it for Footsoaking. I think we're going to do it in either the next session or the session after that. So the whole idea of this was to motivate you to please go out, get yourself a Footsoak tub, get yourself some salt, and it's really going to make your meditations a lot easier. So yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for that, James. And thank you for Debbie as well for teaching us about the left-right balancing. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're just going to meditate actually a little bit more. We're going to go a little bit deeper. So we can have Shri Mataji's photo up. And you guys notice that we have that photo up for a reason, actually. You'll see her photo is always usually very joyful. And as you recall, she's the founder of the meditation of Saji Yoga. And when you see that photo, you do feel relaxed as well, because when you see something frightening, horrible, you know, you shake a bit, you get a bit like, whoa, frightens you. But when we see that photograph of Shri Mataji, you feel a bit calm, you feel a bit relaxed. So just to rehash what we have done, keep your hands open on your lap. And just take a moment just to feel, what are you feeling on both of your hands? Are you feeling warmth? Are you feeling coolness? What are you feeling? And now raise your hands, keep them as light as possible. So don't strain them, don't keep them tight, keep them really light. And then raise them to the level of your heart as if you're asking or receiving something. So keep them open. And now also see, how are you feeling? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is one hand heavier than the other? So without you doing anything, your hands start to tell you whether your left or your right needs a bit more work. So give yourself this moment and observe again. What are you feeling on your hands? Place your hands down, back on your lap. Now, what we're going to do is, we're going to do a little bit of the mix of some of the self-realization steps and also what we've learned today. So we're going to mix it up a little bit. Take your right hand, place it on the left side of your heart. And it's only day 3, guys, so it's okay. Take it easy on yourself. And just affirm here in your heart that Mother Kundalini, I am the pure spirit. I'm not this body or mind or thoughts. I'm just the spirit. Say that about 7 times. Now, take that hand to the left side of your tummy, just below your rib cage. And just affirm here, Mother, I am my master. I will not let others dominate me because I am my own master. You can say this 5 times. Now take that hand a little bit lower to the left side of your hip where your body and your leg meet. Just press your hand there and just ask here, Mother, please give me the pure knowledge about myself. Please help me to learn more about myself. Creating power around me. You can say this about 6 times. something a little bit different here. You're going to put your right hand back on your lap. So as you may recall, we usually use that right hand to place it on the various aspects on our left side, because we say your right hand or your right side is the side of action. Your left side is your side of your emotions and desires. What we're going to do now is you're going to keep your right hand open on your lap. You're going to take your left hand, place it the right side of your tummy, just below the rib cage. So exactly the opposite of what we did with the right hand on the left side. Now your left hand is on the right side. So right hand open on your lap. Where your hand is now, that is your liver. And I know a few of us have asked that, you feel heated up. What about the liver? How do we cool ourselves down a little bit more when we are feeling a bit heated? This is one of the simplest ways. Putting your left hand there, keeping your eyes closed. What we ask here is that, Mother, please cool down my liver and please cool down my thoughts. The liver works very hard for you. Your body functioning, but subtly in a spiritual sense. It actually looks after all your thinking, planning, worrying, and stressing. We feel heated up. So just ask here about 5 times, Mother, please cool down my liver and please cool down my thoughts. Put your left hand back on your lap. Take your right hand, place it crook of your neck and shoulder. You guys might remember this is the one where we say here, I'm not guilty. So you take your right hand, grab it where your neck and your shoulder meet on the left side, turn your head towards the right so you're looking away, and just ask here about 5 times, Mother, please take away any guilt that I'm carrying. Please take away any guilt that I'm carrying. The right hand to your forehead, bend your head slightly down. Here we ask, Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. I forgive everyone, including myself. Say that about 7 times. to the back side of your head. Tilt your head towards the sky. Here we ask for our own peace and satisfaction. Mother, please forgive me for any mistakes I've done against myself. Please forgive me for any mistakes I've done against myself. You can say this about 3 times. Now take your hand, your right hand, take the palm of it, center of your head, where your 7th center is. Stretch your fingers out so that your palm is tight, and you'll find your palm sits really nicely on the curve of your head. Apply some pressure and slowly, in a clockwise direction, very slowly, take your time, slowly massage that spot and just ask here from your heart, Mother, please help me to experience true meditation. Mother, please help me to experience true meditation. You can ask this about 7 times. Now raise your hand a couple of inches above your head. Your hand might be a bit warm, just from touching it. That's okay. Just hover around that spot and see if you can find a spot where there's a cool or warm breeze coming from your head. You can put your right hand down, try with your left hand, same spot, couple of inches above your head, hover it around and see if you feel any coolness or warmth. If you feel nothing, don't be panicked. Don't worry, it's okay. Then keep that hand down, sit there for just a moment. See if we can just sit in silence for just about 1 minute. So just to recap before we finish off, we also learned how to clear the left and the right channel overall. So when you're practicing your meditation and you're using the realization affirmations or whatever you like, you can also use the left and the right clearing. So remember to clear your left side. You keep your left hand open on your lap because that's your desire. You're showing or you're asking that Kundalini energy within you and this power around you that, hey, can you please clear my left channel from any issues? So then you drop the right hand on the ground. Ideally, if you're sitting, say on grass, sitting on the Mother Earth is the best way to feel that because you're in touch with nature. So remember, your right hand will be on the ground. If you can, touch the floor. If you're sitting on a chair, that's fine. And you simply ask, Mother, please clear away my left channel. Please clear away any past issues, any emotional problems from my left channel. And then to clear the right side, you bring the right hand on your lap. You bend your left arm like a chimney, keeping that left arm straight. You're using the air element. So like a chimney, any issues from your right channel actually funnel out from your left hand and into the air. It's really quite amazing. And so when you're using the air element, the air is used to cooling you down. That's why breathing is good for you, doing deep breaths to relax. So when you're trying to clear the right channel, you're asking here, Mother Kundalini, please clear away any heat, any problems from the right channel. And please cool down this right channel. Then pop your left hand down. I'm going to focus back on the center, right in the center of your body. So it's like exactly halfway. There's like a central channel right there. That's your present state that you hear about. Then, stay in the present, focus on the present. So take your right hand, place it below your belly button or your navel, and slowly raise this hand along the center of your body, right onto the top of your head. You can see my video if you're not sure. And once you do this 7 times, you're taking your hand just below your belly button, raising it slowly to the top of your head. What you're doing is you're encouraging that Kundalini energy to rise up. And you can ask here in your heart, Mother, please take care of all my worries, all my thoughts, and keep me in the center. Mother, please take care of all my worries, all my thoughts, and keep me in the center. Do this about 7 times. You can also add here if you like, Mother, please take away any traumas, any problems that I've gone through. You can really tailor whatever you'd like at that moment that you just want to let go and just surrender it. Then take your right hand again, a couple of inches above your head. See, what are you feeling? Any coolness? You feeling a lot cooler now? More relaxed? And I just want you to sit there for another final minute. Slowly open your eyes. And we're going to finish off today by doing that little exercise that we do, which is raising the Kundalini and putting on a bandhan. So hopefully you can watch my video and I'll demonstrate it again. And then we're pretty much a wrap. So take your left hand again below your belly button. So in front of you, basically your Kundalini energy sits in that triangular bone at the bottom of your spine. Humans were not that creative. We can't twist our arms back to do it there. So we're basically just doing it from the front. And your desire, your basically your need or that want to feel that peace and relaxation is what helps that Kundalini energy to go up and sustain itself there. So by keeping your left hand on the front, remember your right hand is just going to circle around it. So I'm just demonstrating it here in front of the camera. So start from the bottom, left hand does not do anything. The right hand circles around it. Watch it go up and tie one imaginary knot on the top of your head and bring that down. So that's for your left channel or one of your channels. And now you're going to do the same thing again. And you're going to tie 2 imaginary knots. 1, 2. That's 2 of your channels. And then do it one more time. 3 times this time, because you have 3 channels within you. So 3 knots, bring it down. And why we do that is we're telling the left and the right and the central channel that, hey, we want to stay balanced. We don't want to swing to the past or the future. We want to stay in the center. And that's why we tie those 3 knots. So it's like you're confirming or locking it in that, yep, we want to stay nice and cool and relax on the top. Then your left hand stays open on your lap. Take your right hand, goes across, and you're drawing like an imaginary rainbow over your head and back. And that's 1. Do it nice and so we're going to do 7 times for your 7 chakras. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And usually, in the end, we do like a final namaste. By doing this, generally it means you're respecting yourself and the other person as well. But it's also a symbol of bringing your 2 channels together into the front, into the center, and just take a moment to just thank yourself. That thank you, me, for bringing myself here, for experiencing this, And thank you to the divine power, the universe, whatever you'd like to call it, for looking after us and carrying us through. And that's it for today, guys. So I hope you're all feeling calm and relaxed. I'm sorry we did go over time today due to having those split rooms in the beginning. You guys have been so patient and we really appreciate that because you are doing a fantastic job then to help us techies and admin as well. So what we'll do is we can stay back as admins to answer any questions you have at all. If you do need to go, I will share some quick resources if you have to leave. So let's do is, okay, alrighty. So just a quick reminder of some of our resources in case you do have to go now. So just remember, guys, everything is stored here, freemeditation.com.au/21 days. This is the email here, not the email, sorry, the website. Whoop. Sorry, guys, give me one moment. There we go. So freemeditation.com.au/21 days. Today's session will also be here, day 3. What I highly encourage you guys is, if you can, as your little homework, or just to maintain that continuum. So if it's going to be morning for you soon, or it's going to be night or evening, so just before bed or before you commence your day, try doing that realization and balancing. This is pretty much what we just did again now, and I hope you guys are feeling really good. And you can try any other video though if you like. Go with your heart's desire. There's no strict rule here, but this is just an easy way for you guys to practice. Remembering that the session will be recorded and stored here for day 3 if you do want to catch up later. And tomorrow for day 4, we will be rehashing again about the left and the right channel. And we'll also talk about a few more other things as well. So we will add new things as usual, always. Don't forget, you can join our WhatsApp group. So if you do have any questions, you can join. I'll get one of our admins to just post the link in the chat box so you can join the group if you like. Do pop your email address in the chat box as well. That way we can stay in touch with you and share the resources as well from today. So what we're going to do is, if you're able to stay back, we are now going to do a question and answer session. And this is your opportunity now, guys, to open it up to the floor. Tell us how you're feeling, any sensations, any questions, or are you feeling great? Are you feeling nice, cool, and relaxed? Please put it in the comment box. And what we're going to do is, I'm also going to open it up to the floor. So I want to hear you guys talking as well, and see how you're all feeling. So let's see. Okay, let's go with Suki. Suki, if you want to pop yourself off mute, how are you feeling? How are you going?
Hi, Rachita. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, last night I had very intense, vivid dreams. It was one after the other. It was going so fast.
Yeah.
And I didn't sleep the whole night.
Yep.
So I don't know how I can, you know, bring myself to go to sleep when I'm in that situation.
Yep.
Is there any tips you have, like what I can do and why it's happening?
Yeah, of course. So if you guys actually want to turn on your cameras as well, we're going to ask some of our admin folks actually to see if they can jump on. Eugena, did you want to tell maybe Suki why would that happen and what can she do to help mitigate those?
Sorry, I was actually typing out a response. So what was the question again?
So Suki here, she felt some intense sort of vivid dreams last night, which were quite fast paced, which didn't let her sleep. So she's just wondering, how can that be, I guess, reduced or mitigated to help experience a better sleep?
Sure. Yeah, it seems like there's like a common issues with several people who ask questions on the chat box as well. And I guess when we're not in the center, we tend to have a lot of thoughts either about the past or the future. And I guess when we're meditating, a lot of things start to clear out. And I guess with what James was explaining today, foot soaking is one of the very useful technique to clear out all the thoughts. And eventually, with daily practice and foot soaking, it will really help with our sleep and as personal experience, because during the day, we're all quite busy, either working or looking after people, and we tend to swing to the right side. And as we foot soak is a very useful technique to cool down our right side and just to calm our mind. And in that way, I think when we'll get much better quality sleep. So that would be my suggestion, is to try the foot soaking. When are we actually going to do the foot soaking technique during the session? Are we going to do that?
It'll be this Thursday, guys. So by this Thursday, you need to get a bucket, a mug, and some salt ready, like James instructed today. I hope I think you'll have running water, so we're all good there. Even better, what you're actually trying to do, guys, with this foot soak is you're actually trying to mimic the ocean. So as we know, the ocean, it calms us all down. Hey, you go to the ocean, you feel relaxed, and you just want to dip your feet in. By having a foot soak with the salt in it, you're mimicking the ocean to take away any heat, any negativities, issues, problems that are bothering you. So if you live near an ocean or a beach, you can even meditate having your feet there, get your phone, maybe put some headphones in and listen to a meditation that we've done, and meditate while you're standing in the ocean. You will feel so light after that, that it's really quite amazing and profound. And that's why we try and mimic that with the foot soak, because we don't have the ocean around us all the time. And that's why you can feel that lightness. But till that time, like Suki said, till we teach you guys the foot soak on Thursday, you can definitely try that technique we learned today. Put your left hand on your liver, because when you're thinking about dreams, when your mind is like click, 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 I can't sleep, I'm just sitting there thinking about thoughts, it's because your liver is in overactive mode. So that's why we say, don't drink coffee before bed, don't eat heavy food, things like that, because your liver goes in overdrive and it wants to just relax and calm down. So it's very logical what science says as well, and what we tie in with Saja Yoga, that calm yourself down towards the evening, have light music, meditate, read a book, things like that, so your mind is not hyper and you will have that better sleep. If you find by doing that left hand, you're like, I still can't. Another little technique or trick is if you have little ice packs, those ice packs, you might sometimes put in lunch boxes and things like that to cool your food. Keep an ice pack just for your meditation. So don't mix it up and put it in your lunches and food. Take that little ice pack, put it on your liver, and you will feel such relief just from that coolness on your body. So don't put it directly to your skin. Don't want an ice burn. Put it on your shirt or wrap it in a little cloth so you don't dampen your clothes. And just putting that ice pack there, you will feel so much calmer. So Suki and anyone else, I highly recommend that. If you are feeling that, you can't sleep or vivid dreams, things like that. It's just the brain going overactive. Did that help, Suki? Or... Are you there, Suki?
Yeah. Yes, it did. I'll try that. So thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. No worries at all. Let's go over to someone else. Okay, we have Jordan. Jordan, how are you feeling? Are you there, Jordan? So you're on mute. You'll have to just unmute yourself. Okay, we might come back to Jordan. Okay, maybe we'll bring this question to Auntie Debbie. We've got Verna here saying that felt extremely tired, lots of yawns, but thank you for the session. Is that a release? What do we say, Auntie Deb, if you're feeling a bit tired after the session or during?
Oh, I think it is a bit of a release in a way, because it depends on what sort of a day you've had. If you've been very busy and all of a sudden you come in to meditate, you're stopping, and you've been go, 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 you will swing to the left. So all you may need to do is just to keep clearing that left side. is what you probably need to do. And it is, I guess, a way of clearing. And then you might find that, like when we switch to the right side, maybe you just need to keep clearing the left side just that little bit longer to help stop that. But often, if you've had a busy day and you come to sit to meditate, you often can just to begin with feel sleepy. And so that clearing technique, and also just going back to the other one about not sleeping of a night time, doing the right hand until we get to the Footsoak, putting the right hand in the air and venting the excess energy on the right side. That's stirring up all the thoughts and keeping you awake overnight, being able to sleep. Between now and Thursday, just doing that balancing technique of putting the right hand as a vent towards the ether, towards the sky, and the left hand and the right hand out flat out on your lap would really help as well. I don't know, Eugena, you might have something more to add, or you think that's good enough?
Yeah, I think that's what I generally would do. And I guess during the meditation, if we tend to fall asleep, another technique is to keep your eyes open and look at the candle flame. The light element will help clear your Agnya chakra, and that helps to clear your thoughts in your mind.
Yeah, thanks for that,
That
ladies.
may not be bad. Sorry, that may not be bad either for Suki. For the not sleeping of a night time is maybe using the flame of a candle to help clear the thoughts. Also before she goes to bed, like not have it up against your this center here, but just to have it there, or a candle just on a table, and just be looking into the flame of the candle. It might help to clear those thoughts and just stop all those dreaming coming in.
Cool. Thanks for that, ladies. So that's another little tip we've actually added in, guys, that as you may all know, in a lot of spiritual practices, and especially even in like Buddhism, that the candle is definitely used a lot. And we'll explain that in the coming weeks, that you've got the water element. Today we did a bit of ether and the earth. Then there is also the fire element. And that's probably one unique part of Saj Yoga, that we really value the use of a candle in your meditation. So if you'd like, you can always have like a little dedicated space at home, which is like a little meditation spot. And like Debbie just said, that if you find, not able to really concentrate, or not really sure how to maybe just keep that attention inside of you while meditating, you can put a little candle there if you like. So you can put a little tea light one or one of those really long ones and just look at the flame. And that watching of the flame is commonly used in a lot of practices to help at that attention or that mind to stop running here and there all the time and just say, hey, stop. Okay, let's just focus on something. And the flame, the beauty of the flame, which Shri Mataji has said many times, is that it just takes away any problems, negativities, or bad vibes, anything at all. If you're feeling a bit down and low, watch the candle flame. If you find you need that water element, which we'll teach, do the foot soaking. If you want to sit on Mother Earth or lie down on Mother Earth, you can do that as well. And yes, Shamim, you can meditate with your eyes open. So in Sahaj, we're not strict at all that you must keep your eyes tight shut. You can keep them open if you like. Sometimes keeping them open is really good, especially when your mind's just like, I can't concentrate or focus. I'm not feeling relaxed. And keeping your eyes open, looking at Shri Mataji's photo, it just relaxes you, because again, it's telling your mind that, hey, stop, let's focus on something. When you start to gradually relax, then your body can go, okay, now I can close my eyes and just go inwards and feel that peace within. So great question, guys. That's really good. That's coming in. Okay, let's
Rachita,
go. Yes.
Sorry, I just had a question sent to me personally by Samaya.
Yes.
She says, while doing the clearing meditation, I had a tingling feeling on the right side of my forehead. Not sure what was happening, but something was happening.
Yep. Do we have James at all? Is James still here, or has James gone for the day? Okay, that's all right. Eugena, do you want to tell what would the right side tingling be about?
Right side of the forehead would be the left Agnya, which is on the right side. It's a little bit confusing. Because left and right channels would cross at the Agni and go to the left and right brain. So if it's on the right hand side of your head, that's actually the left Agnya. So that's, again, I guess it would have to be related to maybe something in the past, or if you're thinking a lot about the past. But I think the most important thing is not to be so focused on all these things that you're feeling, and just to try and remain in the center and try and stay in the Sahasrara when you're not thinking. And eventually, naturally, all these thoughts and everything will start to clear out, and just to let it go and not to put too much attention on it. And and then it will eventually just all clear out.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thanks for that, Eugenia. Actually, Vaibhav, if you can bring up the subtle system chart quickly, because this is one of the little confusing things. What happens on this side of the this energy center here? Don't worry, even us as experienced practitioners, we get a bit like, hang on. So what you can see here, guys, is your left channel comes and crosses over, and this is what they call sometimes, the third eye or the optic chiasma. It crosses here and it goes to the right side of your brain. So when your right side is maybe a bit tingly, maybe a little bit heavy, it's telling you that, oh, maybe there's some, past thoughts or something that's maybe nagging you or bothering you, and it's still lingering a bit. When you're meditating and you feel a bit tingly or anything, don't panic. That's actually usually a sign that your Kundalini energy knows you and it knows what it has to do. It's just clearing it out. And as you meditate more, or as you progress in your day, so don't sit there hours meditating like, tingly feeling, go away. Just keep leading a normal life, do your chores, go do whatever you need to do. It'll just gradually subside, because this is a living process. Just because when you meditate, it's not your Kundalini doing the work. The Kundalini doesn't know that, okay, they stopped meditating, I'll just stop doing my job. Nah, it's like a tree, it keeps going. During your day, it knows what it has to do. And you sometimes find during the day that, oh, I'm just so much calmer now. Like things that used to bother me, maybe your boss getting mad at you or something, you just go, yeah, okay, I'm just calm, detached, feeling that peace and joy within. So it's really quite remarkable. And your right side, so your right channel, again, crosses over and goes to the left side of your brain. So the left side is what you call your ego, and your right side is what you call your superego. The superego word you may not have heard of before, but just basically means past thoughts. Ego is about the you, the I, that I'm Rachita, I do a job, I earn income, I have ambitions. It's that I-ness and identity within us, and we'll learn that in the coming weeks a bit more. So people who tend to be, very egoistic, very right-sided, when you meet them, you can feel a heaviness, like, oh, whoa, you're too much, and it's like, you got to cool down that ego. So you learn more about yourself and all these things, and also you learn about people around you, that, okay, yep, maybe this person is more right-sided, someone's left-sided, or you yourself, one day you might be feeling a bit left-sided, a bit low, the next day you're a bit right-sided. So we constantly change as the day and as our lives progress. So that's just quickly about your left and the right channel, and the parts here on the head. So good question raised. What about Rupesh? Rupesh, how are you going? Are you still there? Rupesh Vedya? Are you there, Rupesh? I can see your camera's on, but you okay? Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I am there. Yeah.
How are you feeling, Rupesh? How are you going?
Yeah, going good. Feeling nice, relaxed after 3 days.
Any questions at all?
Right now, feeling relaxed. I had questions, but I forgot.
Maybe that's
tomorrow
a good thing.
I'll recollect.
That means we're going to the thoughtless state, guys. So no worries, Rupesh. That's great. Okay, guys, this is your final opportunity now. If you'd like to put anything in the chat box, or even don't be shy, if you'd like to unmute yourself and ask anything or share any comment experience, I'll open it up to the floor now.
So, Rachita, I have a question from Prasad. He says his back pain continues. And we also have Auntie Vinola here from Sydney. So
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Auntie Vinola, can you tell us for Prasad, What do we do about back pain while maybe meditating, and if it continues?
Meditating, or are you having the back pain while meditating, or do you have a back pain problem?
Oh, I have back pain during, even at the time of beginning, sitting for a long time, and I'm experiencing that. During meditation, it goes off. Again, it comes out after the completion of the meditation.
So is it a problem that you've always had, or you've noticed it during?
I never had. Only yesterday, I started the session and I experienced it.
Just a clearing, something clearing out. Is it on the left or on the right side?
On the right side.
Right side. So it's just a heavy clearing, something that's been there, or some heaviness there, or something there that you've done through the day, and it's just clearing, and it'll eventually pass out. So just don't focus too much on it. Just let it just gently pass out of your body. It's just your Kundalini just unblocking something that's stuck there, and it's giving you a bit of pain. And in a way, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just witness it. Don't get too bothered by it, and just keep your attention on the center, and it'll eventually pass.
Okay.
And so it's a good thing. Something's coming out and clearing, actually.
Thank you so much.
Nice. So yeah, don't worry, guys. Sometimes the things that we might find a bit frightening, and things like that is actually maybe a good sign that, yep. And usually in Saj Yoga, things are very positive. So the Kundalini energy, like a mother, has no intention to harm or hurt you, no matter what many books and other false things may say, that raising your Kundalini will do this or make you into a jumping frog, things like that. There are many ridiculous things out there. The truth is that there's a divine power that's created us all. And why, at the end of the day, would we want to be destructed or killed? I mean, human beings, we could have been killed off ages ago. We've had World War I, II, we've had viruses, illnesses, but there's always a reason why we're still going as a race. So now having this knowledge that this Kundalini energy is a motherly energy, it looks after you, you're already feeling the benefit that when you came in, maybe you were tired, exhausted, running from the day, and now you're more relaxed. That means something inside of you is working. And so if you feel a bit of discomfort or pain, don't feel frightened. It's okay. Thanks you for sharing, actually. And like Debbie has said, that it's a good thing you're feeling something. That means something is working inside of you. And gradually it'll subside. And actually, Auntie Vinola, on that note, Suki has also said, my right elbow or arm is super painful from before meditation. What does this mean?
Mean before meditation or after meditation?
Did so Suki, is it still since May?
So she's had some pain on her elbow?
Yep, and the MRI and the X-ray are not showing anything. So since May, she's been having a right side pain on the arm and elbow. Medical reports don't reveal anything. Could there be another reason?
Yeah, she's overusing her right side. Overusing. You're being too busy, so relax. And when you do your meditation, make sure your body and your muscles are relaxed. Just let go. Okay, just let go. And eventually the pain should go. And it's a good thing that there's no real issue there, no medical problem. So it's just overuse, or you've done something, or you carried something and it's just hurting a muscle pulling. Nothing serious if there's nothing showing medically. So when you meditate or you do your Footsoak, make sure your body is relaxed.
Okay.
Okay, and then it'll heal faster, and that pain will eventually, you learn to relax. So you must be holding your tension on that particular part of your body. Thank God it's nothing medically.
Yeah, I actually wondered what tension could I be holding in my elbow?
Oh, no, I meant physically, physically. So you must be, since it's on the right side, and are you a right-handed person?
Yes.
Yes, so that in some way that, you without unconsciously, you might be overusing that side, and so it might hurt a little bit. And since you've checked it out, and try massaging with some coconut oil or some massage oil, and and relaxing it, and then having your meditation, or while you're having your foot soak, and just massaging it and just releasing it while you're doing your foot soak and relaxation technique, it might clear.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, just try that. And when we do our foot soak, maybe if you just rub your hand and just push that negative energy into the bucket of water, because that's what it's there for, to absorb any sort of negativity. And let's see how you progress, because there's 21 days. How many days left? 15 days. We'll see what happens at the end of 21 days if the pain has gone. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
No worries at all. So yeah, like we're saying, guys, handy tip is keeping like a notepad and a journal. What are you feeling daily? And taking it as an experiment. How do you feel in the 21 days? Do some of your ailments that maybe you've been carrying for months, have they resided? Because medically there's no issue, but spiritually or subtly, your subtle system needed that attention and work. So wonderful. Anything else, guys? Open to the floor. Don't be shy. You can unmute yourself. Ask us any question, comment, or put it in the chat box before we call it a day.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi there, Pat. How are you going?
Yeah, I'm good. We had a nice experience today. I felt some thoughtlessness, but often I find myself drifting away into it. So kind of wondering how I can keep myself alert and be thoughtful at the same time. So like, is there a way we can stop ourselves losing into it? Huh?
Yep, I think Manola, yep.
What's that?
Have a candle and look at the flame. Every time
Okay.
it comes, just suddenly you realize you're drifting. Just look at the candle and it'll have the power to, because we use elements as well in Sahaja Yoga. So it might just absorb those thoughts, or, look at or if you see a photograph of the founder, Shri Mataji, you might look at the red dot on her forehead, something to distract you, and then you slowly go back into thoughtlessness. It's just so you go in and out. So when you realize you're thinking, just look at the candle so that you have that focus back in there, and then go back into thoughtless awareness.
Yep,
Okay?
yep. Yeah, okay, I'll try that. Thank you.
It's not that easy. Even now, so many years of practice, it's, you can't have that, we tend to drift as well, but we used to, when we drift, we look at the candle or we look at the red dot on our founder's forehead, and, and then we get back into thoughtless awareness.
Yeah.
Try that.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Nice. No, thank you for sharing, Path. And don't worry, guys, if your mind wanders, we are not like those monks in the Himalayas that have that strong discipline. We're humans, guys. We're living our lives, doing our jobs, looking after kids. So it's very normal. We still drift off. Even experienced people have been doing Sahaja Yoga for years. Some days you'll have the best meditation. Some days we do get a bit distracted. But this is why like a candle technique is handy. So if you want for your like little homework when you're meditating next, you can put a little candle there, try it. Candle doesn't suit you, don't use the candle, it's okay. Or the other option as well, which we'll come and address in the coming weeks, is how we talked about Shri Mataji's photo, exuding positive vibes. And that's also another way that you can also joyfully focus on something whenever you find your mind is wandering. Even other things, look at the blue sky, talk to the sky, look at nature, talk with nature, Mother Nature, clear me out. Bang, you'll feel the instant result because you are connecting with what's natural around you, given we all live in a very synthetic world or artificial world. So connect with nature as well, guys. You'll find it helps. Great path, love it. Thank you again. Cheers.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else, guys? Keep them coming. Don't be shy at all. If you've got questions, comments, feedback, so you can just unmute yourself and yep. Nope. Okay, I think maybe everyone's too shy or waiting for the other person to talk. I think we'll leave it at that. So before we wrap up, guys, Eugena, would you like to give any final closing comments or tips or anything?
Well, I guess we've kind of discussed quite a few things today, and I guess in the next, 18 days, we'll probably continue to learn more. And I think the most important thing is the meditation experience itself. So if you feel anything, feel free to share, but not to be too concerned about it. After all, I think the being in the thoughtless awareness is the most important part of this meditation. And over time, you learn a lot of Sahaj techniques and knowledge. But yeah, meditation is the key.
Awesome. Manola, would you like to add anything? Closing comments?
Oh, just enjoy the experience that you've had, and just there's stuff online, that are the resources, and just browse through it and come back with more questions the next session tomorrow. Just enjoy.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much. So thank you, Eugena, Manola. And Debbie has also left, and James, so we do acknowledge their guidance as well. So I think I'll just also let Vaibhav, he's our silent techie guy, who's been working so hard to keep this smooth. Vaibhav, do you want to give our audience today any final tips or comments?
Hey, Rachita, thanks for putting me on the spot. Well, I think there has been so much valuable knowledge shared here. All I would urge our participants is to continue to meditate and continue to come to these sessions, and just don't think too much about it, and it'll work out. And just be patient with yourself and love yourself. So I think on that note, Eugena, as discussed, do you want to close with a short meditation?
Yeah, if everyone's still up for it.
Rachita, that's okay with you?
Yep,
maintain,
go ahead.
And stay in our sastra when we go to sleep, so we get nice quality sleep. So just a very quick one. So we can use our right hand and put it in front of the base of our spine, like Rachita taught us earlier tonight. And we can just slowly raise the Kundalini along our central channel. Just slowly, and let our attention follow our right hand as we raise the Kundalini. And then just put our right hand firmly on the top of our head and just massage it a few times. And within ourselves, we can just repeat a few times. Mother, please establish my self-realization. Please strengthen my self-realization. And then we can just gently raise our right hand a few inches above our head. See if you can feel that gentle, cool breeze coming out. Or it could be warmth if there are things cleared out. And just try and have your attention remain where the palm of your hand is. When you feel that your attention is fixed above your sahasrara, at the top of your head, you can slowly put your right hand back on your lap, but keep your attention above your head. And take some slow, deep breaths. Just breathe in very slowly. And then hold for a few seconds. And slowly breathe out. And just repeat a few times. And just repeat within yourself, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Now let's gently open our eyes, and we'll finish by raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves in Bandhan. So this is always how we begin and end a meditation, and it's really helpful to keep us in the thoughtless awareness state. So as Rachita has shown you before, and Auntie Debbie, we will just keep our left hand in front of the base of our spine and wrap our right hand around our left hand and gently raise it along our central channel. And tie a knot once. We'll do a second time. Two knots. And then the third time. 3 knots. And then we just keep our left hand on the left hand side of our body and sweep our right hand across and over our head to the right hand side and back. That's once. And we'll do it 7 times for 7 chakras. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We just do namaskar. Thank you everyone for taking time for yourself to have a nice meditation today. And we hope to see you again in the next couple of weeks.
Thanks a lot, Eugena. And thank you again, everyone. We hope you enjoyed today's session. Was a bit more, I guess, meditation focused as well. So we do hope you enjoyed it. So that's pretty much it. Join us for day 4 tomorrow, guys, where you will continue to learn more tips and techniques. Don't forget to join our WhatsApp group. If you do have any questions at all, pop your email in the chat box so that we can keep you in the loop. Don't forget freemeditation.com.au/21 days for finding your resources and also finding other things you may need for your meditation or to get in touch with us. So on that note, good night from Australia. I hope you have a good night or good day ahead. Join us again, and we hope you have a lovely night or day ahead. I'll just request our admin team if we can just stay back as well, and we'll just let all our participants and attendees, they can leave the session. So thank you very much, everyone.